We are in the garage here working on the C6 Grand Sport. And something that's bothered me since I bought the car is the front glass. Now, I'm not sure how well you're going to see it on video here, but I'm trying to kind of pick it up and focus it on the camera. As you can see, there are kind of like scratch marks across the whole windshield, almost as if somebody ran the car with, wipers that were very low or something like that, or just wipers without the backing on them. You can see it here as I transition across the glass while the light makes its pass there. Now, this is only noticeable in certain kind of lighting, so it's not too big of a deal, and it's something that hasn't bothered me much. But if it's humid out or if it's nighttime and there's street lights, it definitely does have the ability to catch your eye and get a little bit annoying. Now, what I'm going to try is this CeriGlass. This is a known glass polish which is actually meant to take out light scratches and imperfections out of windshield and any other kind of glass. Now, what's making me choose to try to fix this rather than replacing the windshield is that you cannot feel any of those imperfections with your fingernail. So the general rule of thumb in the automotive detailing world is if you can run your fingernail across it and it gets caught in whether it's the scratch, the chip, or whatever, it's not repairable, it needs to be replaced. Any of those imperfections on the windshield, if I run my fingers across them, they don't get caught in it. So what I'm thinking is with proper glass polishing pads and a glass polishing compound like this, wanted to show you I got glass specific polishing pads here. I picked up 2 of them and this. I'll have these products linked in the description. With proper technique and these products, I should be able to essentially polish out the glass. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my buffer and run my buffer across the glass here and see what we can do, if we can do anything. I'm not overly confident. This whole purchase cost me maybe 20, 30 bucks. So worst case scenario, it doesn't do anything and I have to replace the glass. Best case scenario, I fix my glass for 30 or 40 bucks here and we're good to go. I'm kind of like 50-50 optimistic on this, so we'll see. I'll kind of do half the windshield at a time. It is pretty much across the entire windshield here. Again, it doesn't pick up the best on camera, but you can see this spot right here. So this is what I'm going to work on first. It's just this particular area, and if it comes out, I'm going to show you guys. If not, I'll still probably show you anyways. So let's get the buffer set up and I'll show you. You'll have to excuse me here because the window is a little bit dirty since I'm still working on it. So there's, some buffer haze and like kind of wax residue buildup as you can see like there. But I'm absolutely blown away. This is actually working. So here you can see kind of where the light goes across that swirl in the glass there, but it's lightening it heavily. I'm not sure how well it's going to be picked up on the camera, kind of the clarity of the glass here, but I can't believe it. It's actually working. It just works very, very slowly. So you can still see we've kind of got that crosshatch mark there. But I don't know if you can remember, it was way worse over here, way worse over here. And then even up here, there was some more. This is just, buffer wax. It's coming out. In a lot of the less bad places, this is completely coming out. So basically all I've got here is just a buffer with the glass pad on it. And then we've got the CeriGlass right there. I can't believe that this is working. It's a very slow kind of laborious process. You can see here, it's still pretty heavy right there. But a lot of the finer stuff that was like more up here and more down there is actually just coming out. It takes multiple passes. So I find myself putting on this stuff, buffing it at about 4,000 RPMs till you can kind of feel the window get hot and the compound lose its effectiveness, taking it off with a white rag and then doing it all over again. And it just kind of depends how close we want to get to perfect here. I mean, I'm still trying to focus right on that light there for you. This is lightening up, so it's definitely got me wanting to go at it more. It's just going to take some time. It definitely is not an easy process. I'm sure glass is not an easy compound to polish against, but it's working. So we're going to go ahead and continue through this and see where we end up. We've got it all cleaned up for now. And I'm going to come back at it with more passes later, but as you can see, look how reflective this is now. Pretty much all of it came out. It just takes a long time. I mean, I was going at it pass after pass, and it gets better the more you do, but it does not work quickly. Maybe my scratches were bad, maybe they weren't. You can tell that the compound, you need to add more of it. when you kind of start getting the buffing to burn through it to where, you know, you're not seeing a fresh pass anymore. But look at this here. There's really not much at all left to it. I can't believe that worked. It's absolutely insane. Blew me away. I really didn't expect that to work at all. It's hot as hell in this garage right now and I'm sweating like crazy, but wow, that's amazing. CeriGlass definitely does the trick then. But the biggest trick is, like I was saying, is this probably won't be effective for you if you can feel the scratches with your fingernail. In my situation here, none of those scratches would get caught by my nail, so I knew that there was a chance it would polish out. I just didn't think it would polish out this well. Wow, really crazy. I'll probably go at it more later today or in the next couple days here and, you know, really polish everything with a few passes. But just from my kind of quick little 45-minute session right now, really surprised, really blown away, and I recommend anybody to try this product if this is something that you feel your car needs. Back in the garage a couple days later here and a few hours of labor later on the Corvette, and we've got the glass to a point where I'm ready to finish up this video. Now, as you've seen in the pictures, I did end up taping everything because what was happening is I was getting an insane amount of kind of spray all over the roof, all over the cowl, all over the hood of the pad degrading. But what I ended up doing was taping it off, kind of doing one half of the windshield at a time. And a neat little trick I learned online is that when you're doing this, keep a spray bottle of water handy. And what you can do is when the compound kind of loses its effectiveness, squirts a couple sprays of water on the windshield and on the buffer pad itself and keep going back at it. It kind of reactivates the compound here. But we are done and I'm absolutely blown away. Now again, this takes a long time. Cutting glass is very, very slow, and it depends how perfect you want to get. But for the amount of time I spent and what I spent dollar-wise, I'm very, very happy with the outcome of what we've got here. Again, as you saw earlier in the video, there was mad scratches and swirls all right here, and pretty much none of that is left. We polished the entire windshield one half at a time, and what I would do is kind of like I was saying is I would, you know, buff it until the compound got hot and then kind of spray it with water. And then after a little bit, wipe it off with a clean rag and do it again. I did that about 3 times to each side. Like I said, I've got a couple hours invested into it, maybe 2 to 3 hours total. And with each pass that you'd make and kind of clean it off and go again, you would notice it would lighten the swirls more and more and more. I got to the point where there's pretty much only one really, really deep line there that's kind of visible depending on the right lighting, but it was nice to be able to polish the glass and be able to put some fresh coating on it so that way it's nice and water repellent again. It's slick to the touch, but you can see here, it's crazy. I couldn't believe that it came out as well as it did. It's one of these things I was very, very skeptical. I thought I had like a 50% success rate of this turning out decent. And now I don't have to worry about when I take pictures of the car at night and lights reflecting weird off the window that it looks like I don't know how to clean my glass. The car will be much more enjoyable to drive when it's humid out because I won't have that weird looking haze and light scatter inside the vehicle. And it's just very, very good. I am very happy with it. Again, I do recommend that if you're doing this, use CeriGlass and the rayon glass compound pads. That's going to get you your best result. You know, tape off as much as you can. Again, I'll throw up some pictures of the before and of the after of what I had with the glass with the swirls and what it looks like now. But you do want to reduce any kind of compound spray or even just, you know, compound breakdown and pad breakdown slinging all over your car. So tape it up, learn from my mistakes. I had to pretty much wash the car and re-seal the glass with a protectant once it was all done being polished. But again, it turned out absolutely great, and this was a much better alternative rather than spending, you know, $300 to $500 on a windshield replacement and then worrying about safe lights, screwing up my trim or gouging my interior or the wipers not fitting right or anything like that. I was trying to avoid that. So for the money that I spent on the CeriGlass and the pads, absolutely stoked with the result here. That's going to finish it up for this video. If you do have any questions, drop it in the comments down below. I'm sorry that I didn't set up the tripod to show you how I buffed it, but how I did buff it was just how you'd buff a car. So you're basically making overlapping passes. So I'd go, you know, vertical and then go horizontal up and down and then, you know, vertical up the window. Just, you know, vertical, horizontal, back and forth, small overlapping passes. And then again, keep it lubricated every now and again if you're realizing you're not spreading the compound. Wipe it off and do it all over again. I am not a professional. Do not take this as professional advice. This is just some guy in his garage playing with his glass, and it worked for me. That's going to finish it up for this video. If you guys do have any questions, again, drop in the comments down below. I'd love to help you guys out. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.